So here I have Miss Samantha with Thing on her shoulder. Ooh, that's so pretty. Hello, my cherished doll friends. How's everybody doing today? I'm just on my way to work and I thought I would just do a quick intro here to a video that I've been working on that I'm really excited about. I have been making a thing out of clay. So it's not really a tutorial, but I'll try and put it together a little bit that way so that if you wanted to try it yourself, you could. I hope you enjoy the process and stay till the end so you can see the final thing. So this is my very first time doing some sculpting out of air dry clay. So I have a brand new package of Das here and I've been watching some YouTube videos and apparently this is one of the better brands. So I got this at Michael's and I'm really excited, you guys. I'm gonna try some sculpting and I have some project ideas, and the main one that I want to do right now is make Thing from Wednesday, so that I can have a Thing character to go with my Wednesday doll that I made out of my Josefina American Girl doll. So that is my plan, but I've never used this before. It's my very first time. And so I'm just gonna play around with it a little bit and see what it feels like and what I can do with it and all of that stuff. So I guess I'll just grab some out of here. Ooh, it feels really good. They suggest put cling wrap on your surface to keep things from sticking. So I'm just gonna go and grab that. All right, so let's get some cling wrap to cover our surface. And I've got this moving Lazy Susan here. I thought that might come in handy to be able to turn things around when I need to. Oh, it feels really nice in the hands. I saw a tutorial about how to make a really cute little cat. So let me see if I can remember how that went. It was such a cute little kitty cat. So just a round head, and then she made ears, so she made a little triangle with her fingers. And then we'll cut it with our knife to make two little triangle ears. And we use, I have some tools here. I have this corn thing. It's good for stabbing and making texture. I've got some things from my drawer that I'm just going to use as tools. I've got chopsticks and I've got a brush and some water over here. And that's good for making, I'm going to make some slip too. So you need to score it. And then they recommend putting a bit of water on. Okay, let's stick one ear on. Oh, it's cute already. Just pressing it down on the edges. I've got one ear on. Oh my gosh, this is fun. So here's my final little project, my first project. It was a bit of a struggle, but I made a little kitty cat. So it's gonna have to dry. Here, let's see if I can lift it up a little bit and show you. The face needs to be painted. And yeah, that's my little kitty. So it's not very good, but it's my first thing ever that I've made. So we're gonna just see how that dries. Hopefully it won't crack too much. Then we can move on to something else. I think I'll try Thing next. Okay, we're on to a fresh piece of clay and we're gonna try and sculpt our Thing character. I do have Samantha sitting over there or standing over there with her hand out. She's my hand model. And I've taken pictures of how the Thing from American Girl looks from some videos I watched. So we're gonna try and use those as my references. And I have no idea how this is gonna go, but I have a rough idea. I did watch a tutorial. I'll try and link it below of how I got the idea to do this. And let's just get started. Now, if I remember correctly, it was started with kind of the wrist shape. Now this stuff dries and cracks pretty easily, I noticed. How big do we want this? I think bigger than that. I think we need more. Because American Girl dolls have thicker wrists than the thing that you see usually around. So we're gonna try and make it more in that style, the American Girl hand style. Try not to let this dry out. I put my spare pieces in a plastic bag so it doesn't dry out. Let's see here. We kind of need a blob. They have kind of chubby little hands, don't they? Make the thumb there. I can't remember if Thing is a left hand or a right hand. I think he's a right hand. Let's see. So the American Girl hand has quite a wide wrist, actually, and a chubby little hand. I'm not really following the tutorial at all now. Well, I kind of am, but you want it to indent a little bit there. Actually, I like the roughness of this. We don't want it to be too perfect. So we've got, it's already drying up, you guys. Use a little bit of water to bring that up a bit there. I don't know how well you're seeing this, but I'm just gonna make it and I'll show it to you when I'm done. I can use my own hand as a reference. Is that gonna be the thumb? No, I thought that was, no, we're doing a right hand, so this will be the thumb. We're just doing the top of the hand right now, so kind of need a shape something like that. Not too concerned about the bottom. Okay, so we've got our general shape there. So if it's going to be a right hand, I almost need more clay, I think. Okay, so we've got a bit more on the base now. Let's pinch this together. I don't want any lines where I added. So we still need it to be poofier. And that's probably going to be where the thumb will go. And the fingers are going to come out here. So this actually should be much shorter, because the fingers have to be attached. And American Girl hands are very smooth too, so we don't need too much detail. I think it's time to get some fingers on here so that I can gauge what I'm doing. Okay, let's get a bit of plastic so that it doesn't dry out while I make the fingers. More clay, please. I hope this works out. It's going to be so cute if it does. I'm going to make 5 fingers. 1 finger, 2 stuck together, and pinky. I think that's how we're doing it. Okay, so the thumb has to be stubby. And we've got these ones are stuck together. Now we have to mold those into fingers. Okay, that seems to work. There, and the pinky. Is this working into slip yet? I'm trying to make some slip out of clay and water. Because that's what you use as the glue, just clay and water. I think I put too much water in this, so I have to add some more clay. We'll just use our spare bits. Okay, so this is going to be the pinky. All right, so let's start attaching these to our hand and see what kind of effect we can get. Oh, that one already looks like a thumb. Huh, that's funny. This is going to be the thumb, and it kind of comes down a bit, so it's going to be down here. Just want to get it on, and then we'll shape them after. Next finger. This is our first try. Okay, next finger goes up over here somewhere. Looks a lot bigger than American Girl. Might have to make them smaller, and this looks like it should be bigger, but we can adjust. Okay, now these two fingers. Oh yeah, this is really big. That's okay. This is kind of our practice one anyway, so we'll see how we go. This looks like it's going to be a pretty big thing. This is not as easy. Well, it doesn't look easy, does it? But it really isn't. It really is not easy. It's actually looking pretty cute. I think it's going to be a bit bigger than it should be, but like I say, it might shrink when it dries, so this could be a good thing. And I can always adjust it as I go here. That is looking super cute. Okay, so now it needs to be rounded, like an American Girl doll hand. And we need it to stick in there. Just kind of sculpting the shape of the fingers now. It's starting to crack on me. Okay, we need to get the fingers. Oh, and then also with thing, just remembered the hand, the thumb actually goes out this way. I just remembered that. We need to change the direction of the thumb so that it's gonna go over her shoulder. Thing has chubby little fingers. So then this finger is going to have to claw over that way, and this one's going to have to kind of claw towards the back. These fingers here are huge. See if I can squish them together a little bit more. I'm going to we're making them smaller. Doing the fingernails. 2 little lines and a half moon on the top. You can do some little lines in the knuckles. Oh my goodness, this is rough. Not ready to stop. I need it to grip something. Oh, here, let's put it around this. I just happened to have this little bird handy. I was going to try and sculpt this bird, and now he's become part of my sculpture. Ah, don't fall. So here I have Miss Samantha with Thing on her shoulder. I thought the best way to create a hand that would stay on her shoulder was to maybe let it dry in that position on her shoulder. So I've got it placed there. The thumb is kind of twisted in the back, and I've got a little bit of saran wrap on there so it won't dry too quickly, because that helps prevent cracking. So yeah, I think it turned out pretty cute. It's a lot bigger than I had first intended it to be, kind of the size of the American Girl doll hand thing, but it turned out a bit bigger. It may dry smaller, I'm not sure yet, we'll see. And it's only my first attempt, so I may try another one, but I'll let you know how this one turns out when it's all dry. I just wanted to give you a little update of my clay sculptures. It's been probably 36 hours now, and I did have them covered up in saran wrap. So that's why the drying is uneven. And so I decided to take that off. The saran wrap is supposed to prevent it from cracking. And so maybe it did its job already in that it helped them to dry more slowly. There's my little kitty cat. It's not very good. The face is not how I wanted it, but it's my first try. So we will see how it all turns out. But this is Thing. and he's my first attempt. He's a little rough looking. I probably should have made the wrist a little thicker to make it more like an American Girl, or more, I guess, in the correct proportions to the rest of his hand, but that is my first attempt, and it does sit on her shoulder really well. So we're gonna let that dry a little bit more for a couple more days and see how it turns out, and see if I need to do a remake. So it's been a couple of days now, and there is my thing. Look how rough it is. It's like really, it just looks like it's this rough sculpture out of clay. And look at how his thumb is all twisted back. But you know what? The cool part is it sits so nicely on her shoulder. So I think it'll do. I mean, if I were to make it again, I would definitely make the fingers smaller and make it neater looking. I was afraid the clay was going to dry out too quickly, so I was kind of rushing it a bit. But anyway, it's good enough for a thing. And then this is my little kitty cat. So they're dry now. I'm not sure if they're at the peak of hardness, but that's what they look like now. And I might do a little bit of painting on this guy, some black and gray, and make it look a little bit more scary. And then I'll show you how it looks with our little Wednesday character. Okay, it's a few minutes later for me, but a little bit longer for you. Hopefully you enjoyed watching my process of making Thing and adding him to my character Wednesday. And I'm going to show him right here again, a little close-up. I'm quite proud of this. I sculpted him out of clay and I painted him, and I put a layer of Mod Podge on to make it a little bit stronger, and I tried to make all of the scars in the same place as they are on the American Girl doll thing. So I kind of copied that style with the two fingers stuck together here. The pinky isn't coming out quite as much as an American Girl doll hand, and the thumb is a bit on an awkward angle, but it sits on the doll's shoulder really well. So that probably didn't look very good. But there you go, there's Thing. Oh look, he can even sit on me. That is so cute. I love it. Okay, everybody, I'm going to work. Have a really wonderful day and a happy spooky season. And I will see you again really soon. So right now I'm preparing my Enid character to go with Wednesday. And so I'm using Caroline again, like I did last year. Last year I just put chalk in her hair and I found it really hard to see. It wasn't bright enough. And I noticed that in this season of Wednesday, Enid's hair colors, the pink and the blue, is much brighter. Now, I know her hair is quite a bit shorter this year, and I don't want to cut my Caroline's hair any shorter than this, so we're just going to leave it like this. But what I'm using now is watercolor pencils, and I'm actually painting it in the hair. So I just wanted to show you a little bit of that so you know what I did. So I'm just dipping the watercolor pencil in water. And then I've got a brush here. Not sure if you can see this, but I'm just getting the brush wet with the watercolor paint. And then I'm just taking it and painting her hair. It's actually quite fun. So I've got some blue pieces, and we're going to add some pink too. And she's already got an outfit on that I think is very Enid-esque. Little pink sweater with hearts, and you'll see the rest when I put it all together. Okay, we've already lost a lot of our paint, so I'm gonna add some more to this brush. Okay, I want a bit more blue. This Caroline's hair is very thrashed. It's in very, very bad condition. So it's been quite liberating because I can just play around with it and not worrying about wrecking it. I mean, I put chalk in it last year. This year we're just painting the hair, and I'm not even worrying at all about it because it doesn't matter. This wig is not good, and she'll be re-wigged eventually, or she may just stay as Enid. So there we go. We've got a few blue stripes there. And I'm going to go around the head a little bit. I'm mainly going to focus it on the front, I think, because that's what will show in pictures the most. I don't think I really need to go all the way around her head. I just want to have a few pieces at the front so you can see that she's Enid. And most of the streaks in her hair, I think, with Enid are more towards the bottom of the hair. I'm trying to do it up a bit so that it really shows. I hope this is going to look good. So there we go. That's a lighter piece. Go a little bit more around with the blue first, and then we'll add the pink. It's fun painting hair. Yeah, it's just watercolor, so I think this will probably wash out with shampoo anyways. Doesn't have to be perfect, it's just little blue highlights. So let's see, did we leave any room for pink? I think so. Okay, we've got a few on that side. We need a couple more on this side. Okay, let's do one up here. It would be fun to cut her hair again, but I don't know if I want to do that. Just in case it doesn't turn out. And the way it is right now, I can still braid it in the back and use her as Elsa from Frozen. So I was enjoying having her that way in between since last year's Halloween when she was Enid. All right, so should I do one more blue? Maybe we'll do another one. We'll do one more and then we'll add the pink. Now rinsing the brush really well, and I've got this nice fuchsia color here. I noticed that Enid's colors are quite a bit brighter this year, so this is quite a bright pink. I'm going to try that now in between the blonde bits, in between the blue bits, I should say. Ooh, that's so pretty. Gets lighter as I go down the hair. Let's see if I can blend it a bit. I'm going to try and do some makeup on the girls, some face-ups with these pencils too. I just got some cheap Crayola ones just to try, and I found that it wasn't a good enough, it wasn't enough variety of colors. But it was enough to just sort of practice on a few things and see what it felt like to do watercolor pencils paint. So that's what I'm using. I'll get some more professional ones when I have some more money and I'll have more colors to use. Okay, let's find another piece I can do pink on. Probably could have used a bigger paintbrush. This one's a bit on the small side. Ooh, it's really looking like Enid now. So cute. I've got two nice pink stripes there. We'll do a couple on the other side. I'm having an artistic day today. My favorite kind of day. When I was in elementary school, even high school, anything artistic was always my most favorite thing to do. I took a jewelry making class in high school. I loved that. And I actually did woodworking too, and I made an oak coffee table. Anything that's making something though, I just love to do. And in elementary school, I just was so blissfully happy when it was time for art class. I just can't even tell you how much more I enjoyed art than any other class I ever took in school. So it's too bad I didn't embrace my artistic side a little earlier on, like in my adult life. It's not really encouraged when you're at the age of finding a career. And whoops, totally messed the hair that time. So there's not a lot of opportunities for artistic expression, at least when I was growing up, to sort of do on a regular basis. When you're young and trying to find a job and a career, I'm a dental receptionist, so I was a waitress before that for many years in a nice hotel. Now that I'm older and I have a little bit of free time on my weekends, I can be as artistic as I want, and I'm loving it. All right, so what do you think, everybody? We've got some nice highlights there. She's going to be wearing a hat, so I didn't feel like I needed to go on top too much. And I'm not going to go around the back either because, as I said, she's going to be wearing a hat. So I think I'm going to let that dry and see what it looks like when I brush it out. It might soften it a little bit. And I'll finish her look and I'll let you see how she looks. I can't wait. So we're up in my office again and looking up at my dollhouse, and I couldn't figure out where to put my dolls to show you, so I decided to just place them against the cabinet here below my dollhouse. There's Wednesday and Enid. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy with how they turned out. Aren't they cute? I showed Wednesday off in a previous video when I opened up her dress, and I just finished Enid. I was painting her hair blue and pink, and the outfit she's wearing is part of a haul when I got my Leonie doll. My Leonie doll came with a bag of clothes, and it included a bunch of hand knit sweaters. The pink one with the hearts is one of them, the little beret and the little skirt and the running shoes. So as soon as I saw those pieces, I knew that I had to make Enid again with this as her costume. And of course, the star of the show is Thing, who is sitting perfectly on Wednesday's shoulder. And there he is. That's how he turned out. He sits perfectly there. He slides a little bit on this particular outfit. He doesn't sit quite as well as just on a little t-shirt like when he was on Samantha, but I did get him to stay for this picture. And here, I'll show you up close his details. So I did kind of a mottled pinky gray skin tone for the paint, and I tried to copy all of the scars and do the American Girl style hand, even though it is a little bit bigger than, let's see, let's compare. But it's the same kind of style. I tried to do it. I tried to copy the one that comes with the American Girl doll Wednesday, but it's very rough. But I think it's pretty scary and fun and works perfectly for our Wednesday. So there he is. There's Thing and Enid and Wednesday for our spooky Halloween, our first Halloween video of the season. I'm not sure what else I'll be doing, but I know I have one little box opening that I've been saving, and we'll see what else I can come up with. So happy Halloween, everybody, and I hope you enjoyed seeing me do some crafting for my dolls. It was tons of fun, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye. And when Thing isn't on Wednesday, he likes to sit on this little dog right here because he fits perfectly on his back. Isn't that cute? It just hooks right over his back, and then it's a nice soft place for Thing to hang out. Look how twisted his little thumb is. So funny. Oh my gosh. I could have started over and made him again, but I think it's okay for my first sculpting project.